Howdy, it's Friday. As we head into another weekend, it's time for another edition of Time Out Over Time on the Time Out Over Time YouTube channel, live and direct from the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex. I'm Rick Arsenal. Please, thank you. First of all, thank you so much for watching and listening. And if you haven't done so yet, it's very relevant to me that you get down there in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. We've got impending threatening weather. Apparently, locally here, we are under some kind of a thunderstorm watch. And I'm going to attempt to get 15 minutes in here anyway. I don't know if this is going to take or not with the weather being the way it is. If not, I'll do another one in the morning. Okay. I don't know how this is going to work. All I know is when we have threatening weather, doesn't matter what time of the year it is, a winter storm or a summer storm, you can't do a podcast. You can't stream when the atmosphere is like this. It doesn't work. I'm going to attempt to get 15 minutes in now. If it doesn't go, doesn't work, I'll do one again tomorrow morning. That's all I can do. You can't fight Mother Nature, and it's virtually impossible for anybody to do a podcast with impending threatening weather. I'm going to try. See how this works out. Anyway, here goes nothing, as they say. Okay. Oh, little Tigers, a little basketball. If you saw the headlines, Pistons with the 37th overall pick in the draft in the second round last night took Tennessee sharpshooter Chaz Lanier, fifth-year senior, averaging about 18 points a game and a little better than 40% from beyond the three-point arc. I like the pick, Chaz Lanier. Pistons, Trajan Langdon afterwards said that's the guy that they had targeted, and they were glad he was still there when it came their turn to pick. So, welcome the newest Piston, former Tennessee Volunteer, Chaz Lanier. I like the pick too. Anyway, also, news out of the NFL. Baltimore Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been suspended the first 10 games of this coming season for violating the league's personal misconduct policy. If you're not in the loop on that, several months ago, several massage parlor workers in the Baltimore area filed some kind of a class action lawsuit saying that he took inappropriate liberties with them while they were administering their services. That's about as tasteful as I can put it. In other words, they say that he took indecent liberties with them while they were doing their job. Again, that's about as tasteful as I can put it and about as explicit as I'm going to get. But he has been suspended for the first 10 games this coming season. I have not seen any statement from the Ravens yet or John Harbaugh or anything like that. So obviously this is not the last of it. You're going to hear that. Anyway, before we get into little Tigers here, anything I want to say about the Lions? No, I don't think so. All you have to know is that they were getting close to the beginning of training camp now, which is about 25 days away now, 23 days, 24 days, July 20th. Sunday, I think it's 3 weeks from Sunday. 3 weeks from Sunday, Lions will be opening training camp. Yeah. Or is it 4 weeks? It's 3 weeks. Yeah. They'll be here before you know it, too. So between now and then, I don't think we're going to have much to say about the Lions. Well, obviously, once training camp gets underway, we'll have plenty of Lions news, although there was something Pro Football Focus earlier in the week posted their list of the top, in their opinion, the top 10 best defensive lines in the NFL right now, 1 through 10. We'll tell you where the Lions wound up in that. Pro Football Focus, top 10 defensive lines in the National Football League. We'll get to that. I think that's more than the last thing we're going to do. But let's get our sponsor obligations out of the way here first. All right. Before you head out on your vacation this summer, you need to get to Frank Beck Chevrolet. Why? Because the service pros there can make sure your vehicle is ready for the summertime trips ahead. Now's the time to have that air conditioning checked, as well as the tires and windshield wipers, etc., etc. And if you think it's time for something new, Bex has a great selection of both new and pre-owned vehicles, all specially priced. For sales and service, give Bex a call at 517-849-2886 or stop by Frank Beck Chevrolet and M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville or on the web at frankbeckchevy.com. Stop on out and experience the Frank Beck Chevrolet difference. Good advice. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Chevy Drive, Southern Michigan. And of course, Frank Beck Chevrolet is the #1 Chevrolet selling dealership in our tri-state area. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance on the corner of M99 and US 12 in downtown Jonesville. That's barrettins.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. 517-849-1000. Again, in downtown Jonesville on the corner of M99 and US 12. barrettins.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. M99 and US 12 in downtown Jonesville. barrettins.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Let's get this list out of the way first, shall we? Pro Football Focus came out this past week with their top 10 defensive lines rankings. They ranked the top 10 defensive lines in the National Football League. So let's quickly go through this for just a second. Steelers were ranked #1, and there are no real surprises on this list either. So, Pittsburgh Steelers at #1. Philadelphia Eagles, #2. Okay. New York Giants at #3. Yeah, I'll go along with that. Houston Texans at 4. And the Buffalo Bills round off the top 5. I can't argue with any of those with any of those rankings. Your Detroit Lions came in next at #6 with an overall rating of 94.9. That's surprisingly good. I guess we stop and think about it. So in the eyes of Pro Football Focus, your Detroit Lions have the 6th best defensive line in the National Football League. Rounding out the top 10, the Browns were 7, Broncos at 8, Rams at 9, and the Ravens at 10. On the other end of the scale, by the way, the Saints were ranked dead last at 32. And surprisingly, the Washington Commanders at 31. In other words, in Pro Football Focus's estimation, the Washington Commanders have the 2nd worst defensive line in the National Football League. Yet they did to the Lions what they did last year. Still gives you a funny feeling in your stomach when you stop and think about that game, what could have been, but you can't go back and change history. That's for sure. Okay, before we talk a little bit about the Tigers, I'll give you the pitching matchups for the series against the Minnesota Twins. We wouldn't be doing this, hopefully, without any issues from the weather right now, without the help and assistance of Tim Lilly at Quality PC in downtown Jonesville. 37 Waldman Street, right across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive, maybe 100 yards west of Howell Street. Right on the alley there, you can't miss it. 37 Waldman Street, 517-610-5372. Folks, this is the only place in our area to go for technical assistance, technical help, technical assistance, tech services. There's no other place around here. Go here. That's it. We are so fortunate to have him in our area like that. Tim Lilly, L-E-N-D-L-E-Y, or one of his qualified staff members, are more than capable of resolving any issues you may have regarding tech services. Anything. Computers never used, flat screen TV, mounting, programming. Maybe you're changing internet providers. You need that installed. Printers you were using, anything at all. Please, folks, get in there and see them. They'll take good care of you. I promise you that. Yeah. 517-610-5372, or better yet, get in there and see them at 37 Walford Street in downtown Hillsdale. And when you do, tell them Rick and Mickey sent you, will you? Thank you very much. Pitching matchups for the Tigers and Twins series. Tigers come in at 51-31, best record in Major League Baseball. 9.5 game lead on the Cleveland Guardians. I believe it is a 10.5 game lead on these Minnesota Twins coming in. Pitching matchups, David Festa, right-hander David Festa pitching, starting for the Twins tonight. He 1-2 with an ERA of 6.39. And the last time out, his last effort, he went 2 1/3 innings and gave up 8 runs to the Milwaukee Brewers in a Brewer blowout. Twins pitching hadn't been very good the last several weeks now. He'll be opposed by Sawyer Gipson-Long for the Tigers. He has no record, but he does have an ERA of 4.58. Not all that hot either. Tomorrow afternoon, Bailey Ober, big Bailey Ober, all 6'10" of them or whatever he is, the right-hander. He's got a losing record. He's 4-5 with an ERA of almost 5. He hasn't been doing very good either, but Dan Dickerson will probably tell you he always does well against the Tigers. Be posed by Casey Mize. Mize 7-2 with a nice ERA of 2.88. And then on Sunday night, yeah, that's right, Sunday night baseball on ESPN will be Chris Paddock, the right-hander for the Twins. He's 3-6 with an ERA of 4.64. Going up against Terry Skubal. Tigers ace lefty, 9-2 with an ERA of 2.29. Figures that Skubal would be pitching in a nationally televised game on Sunday night, which starts at 7:10. Yeah. If you look on your schedule, if you have a pocket schedule, he's got the starting time for that game on Sunday at 1:40. By the way, the game tonight starts at 7:10, as all home Friday night games do because of the fireworks afterwards. But it's a 7:10 start on Sunday night on ESPN, Sunday Night Baseball. The game has been flexed, so it is not 1:40. If you have a ticket to the game, remember, it's a night game now, not a day game. So you should have been notified by the Tigers by now anyway. But one more thing, too, I'd like to remind you. Next Saturday, Tigers will be in Cleveland. If you look at your schedule, pocket schedule, it says the starting time for that game is 4:10. Actually, 7:15. That'll be a nationally televised game on Fox next Saturday night. Dietrich Enns. Boy, the Tigers have done it again, haven't they? Where'd they come up with this guy, Dietrich Enns? Been around, hasn't pitched in the major leagues for a couple of years now. Pitched a while in Japan. He's 34-year-old left-hander, and he was lights out yesterday for what? 5 innings? Yeah. Shutout. What did he pitch? 1 or 2 hit shutout ball yesterday. Guy looked good. I'd like to see him get another start. If he does, it'll be in Washington, D.C. next week when the Tigers hit the road after this homestand. They've got 3 in D.C. and 3 in Cleveland. By the way, the Tigers have no more 3-game road trips at all this year. Just 1 or 2 city road trips. So they do have, just prior to the All-Star break, they do have a tough 6-game homestand, 3 with the Rays and 3 with the Mariners. Those are 6, 2 right now, 2 playoff teams they'll be playing. That's just before the All-Star break. Speaking of the All-Star break, by the way, I think the second phase of the voting starts on Monday. Gleyber Torres, I think it looks like he will be the starting second baseman for the American League, and a very good chance that both Riley Green and Javier Baez will be starting in the outfield. Keep your fingers crossed. Pardon me, as I said, I had a chicken sandwich for lunch. It's coming back on me. I'm sorry. but it was good. Yeah, it was good. uh, yeah, so I don't have the starting lineups. I don't know if they've been posted yet or not for the night, but 7:10 game tonight. Yeah, and 1:10 tomorrow, and 7:10 on Sunday Night Baseball, ESPN. By the way, uh, if you have the Roku app, the Roku Sunday early bird Sunday game of the week on Sunday is the Cardinals and Guardians from Cleveland. If you have the Roku app, you can watch that game for free. I know not very many things are free anymore, but this is very simple to get if you have the Roku app. No problem. You can watch it for free. Watch a baseball game for free. It doesn't happen very often, but thank you, Roku, for that. That's every Sunday during the baseball season. I will let you know every Friday night what the Roku game of the week is. So, as I said, the Tigers are 81-51. What has surprised me most? We'll talk a little bit more about the trade deadline when we get closer to it. All I have to say about that right now is, look, this Tiger offense has scored more runs than any other team in the American League. It's the number one offense right now. I don't think they really need to do anything to upgrade the offense at the trade deadline. I think they need a couple of pitchers in the back end of the bullpen, first and foremost. And they might want to look at the possibility of bringing in another starter. That wouldn't be easy. These rumors about them having an interest, not rumors, reported by Bob Nightingale of USA Today, that if the Red Sox are sellers at the trade deadline, the Tigers would still have an interest in Alex Bregman. Look, Bob Nightingale of USA Today, folks, doesn't have a direct line to Scott Harris. He has no correspondence with him. This is merely a conjecture on the part of Bob Nightingale. I don't think it has any substance to it at all, but the man's got to have something to write about. I like him. He's a very well-respected writer, but he says 5 teams are going to be aggressive at the trade deadline. The Tigers are going to be one of them. I think the offense is good enough. I don't think you have to, even if you did bring Bregman or even Eugenio Suarez from the Diamondbacks to play third base. What are you going to do with Zach McKinstry? Zach McKinstry's having a very good year right now. Surprisingly good, shockingly good. What are you going to? There's a problem in the outfield right now. Wencel Perez, I think Wencel Perez should be your everyday right fielder. Terry Carpenter, DH, right field, Wencel Perez, DH. Well, you don't have to fix the offense, I don't think. You know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I wouldn't at this point right now. I don't see where you need to add another bat. Couple of arms at the back end of the bullpen. But really tough to get a good, reliable starting pitcher. We'll see where that goes. But I can assure you, as we speak, Scott Harris and Jeff Greenberg and even AJ Hinch are doing their due diligence. I'm going to get out of here. That's going to do it. Don't forget the show tomorrow morning with Andy. Well, Andy won't be there tomorrow. I'm sorry. The inimitable Rob Weber will be steering the ship tomorrow, the voice of Charger football and basketball. We're doing the show with Rob Weber in the morning from 9 to 10 here. Make sure you listen. That's it. I will talk to you all again on Monday, provided this is going to go through. If it doesn't, I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. But if this maybe went through, if we beat the winner, the good Lord willing, we'll do it again on Monday. We'll do that again tomorrow morning if it didn't go through. But hopefully it did. And if that indeed is the case, I'll talk to you all again on Monday. So in the meantime, have yourselves a really great weekend. It's going to be much less humid with a weekend, so that's a good thing. Thanks so much for watching and listening. And remember, please treat each other with respect. So until Monday, I'll simply say so long. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.